So at my house, when I say to the lovely Beth, we need to do this recipe because it's from Mark Bittman, she rolls her eyes, but we can do it because you
Why does she
rolls her eyes because it's me
Oh, I see.
bragging on you again.
No, good.
But you try to keep it simple.
Always.
Yeah, yeah. And
I mean, always simple, always doable.
Yeah.
But there have been some changes, and we're going to talk about that.
Right, and the new book is 3 different ways of a similar recipe. Really simple, vegan.
Plant-based, we can
Right,
say,
right,
or vegan.
Right, and ready for company.
Yeah, really simple, plant-based, or blow it out, make it fabulous.
Have fun. Okay.
Yeah, you're speaking my language. What do we have here
So
today?
what we're demoing here is blow it out, do it for company.
Oh, good.
The simple version of this dish is salmon with salmon skin and orecchiette, which is so great, crispy salmon skin. And then the plant-based version is kind of a succotash with the same shells. This is Parmesan-infused pasta and involves making your own pasta. So when I say blow it out, do the work.
That must be. Okay, let's do it.
And you do butter and you make a stock with Parmesan rind, which is really great.
You are getting elaborate here.
Yeah, and the noodles that you've made yourself.
Yes, of course I did.
Okay, so those go in there.
We occasionally cheat when we make your recipes, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, you could make, well, you know, the idea is you're going all out, but you don't want to go all out. You can use pre-made noodles. And this will thicken and eventually look like that, but I'm just showing you what's happening here. We have shaved artichokes, uncooked, and they go in there. And a bunch more Parmesan.
Which is really going to help thicken things up, too.
Yeah. And
a lot of flavor.
some thyme, salt and pepper, of course, and some fresh thyme.
So other than making your own pasta and what was that other stuff you made?
Well, you're making your own pasta, which is a project.
Yeah.
I mean, I do it once a month or so, and it is, I'm just still working at getting it right.
Other than that, it's not a complicated recipe.
No, I mean, the Parmesan stock is unusual, but it's not difficult at all. And I mean, even in the 90 seconds or so we're doing this here,
we make it look easy for
starting
TV.
to make it, yeah, but it's starting to come together and to look like a real dish. So, you know, the idea was that everybody wants simple recipes all the time. Right. So a third of them are really fast and simple. Everyone knows we should be eating more plant-based foods, and there aren't a lot of recipes out there for that. So a third of those, and that was the challenge in doing this book, frankly, was coming with 100 great plant-based recipes. And then a third are these kind of like old-fashioned, blow it out, do it for company kind of thing.
Well, and sometimes it makes a fun date night to together, even if you're not having guests over, to make a really nice dinner for each other.
Well, I mean, when we were young, back in the 20s or whatever it was, we used to spend weekends cooking for our friends, you know, or we'd spend all day Saturday cooking and have people over Saturday night.
Right. It always tastes better when you've made it yourself,
for sure.
Unless you completely mess it up. Like
Right. But you got 300 recipes in there. That's a ton of work.
Yeah, it has been a ton.
Yeah. And you're just back from South by Southwest as well.
I was at South by Southwest. We were talking about food policy, global food policy, and agriculture, and that was interesting stuff.
Way above my head.
No,
just give me the simple recipe, the first third of the book, right? Always wonderful to see you. We
Great
have
to be back.
these recipes, all 3 of them, and a link to Mark Bittman and his book, and you can subscribe to his newsletter as well.
MarkBittman.com.
All right, we've got the link on fox4news.com, and we'll be right back.